Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Kennedy half dollar with a special focus on the 1974 edition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the circulated value of this iconic coin is crucial. So let's explore the history, characteristics, and what your 1974 Kennedy half dollar might be worth today. Archival footage of 1970s America, including President Kennedy's speeches, the minting process, and historical events of 1974. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, a year after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was a way for the nation to honor the late president, and it quickly became a popular collectible. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar, minted a decade later, came at a time when the U.S. Mint had already transitioned from using silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change was made in 1971 to address the rising cost of silver and to ensure that coins remained in circulation. Detailed close-ups of both the obverse and reverse sides of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. Highlighting key features. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar features the iconic of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse designed. This includes a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength. Above the eagle's head is a ring of stars, representing the original 13 colonies, and the phrase United States of America. Arches along the top, with half dollar inscribed at the bottom. The design elements are bold and detailed, which is particularly impressive considering the coin size and the mass production techniques used at the time. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, with around 2.6 million minted. It's important to note that while the Philadelphia and Denver coins were intended for general circulation, the San Francisco coins were primarily sold in proof sets, and they are usually found in much better condition. Now, let's talk about the condition of these coins, especially those found in circulation. When we refer to a coin as being in circulated condition, it means the coin has been used in everyday transactions and shows signs of wear. The amount of wear can vary greatly depending on how long the coin was in circulation and the environments it passed through. The reverse side showcases the presidential seal, created by Frank Gasparro. This coin has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters and weighs 11.34 grams. It's composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to an inner core of pure copper. These specifications have remained consistent for the Kennedy half dollar series since the switch from silver in 1971. Images of 1974 Kennedy half dollars from the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, including shots of the mint marks. So, what's the circulated value of a 1974 Kennedy half dollar? As of current year, these coins in good to fine condition typically fetch around $500 million to $100 million. Coins in very fine to extremely fine condition can be worth slightly more, ranging from $1 billion to $30 billion. While this might not seem like much, it's important to remember that these values are for coins that have been in circulation and show noticeable wear. Uncirculated or proof versions of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar can command much higher prices. Examples of error coins, such as double die obverses or off-center strikes, and their corresponding values. But there's more to the story. No discussion of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar would be complete without mentioning the famous 1974D double die variety. This error occurred at the Denver Mint and resulted in some coins displaying a noticeable doubling on the obverse side, particularly in the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The 1974D double die is a highly sought-after variety among collectors and can command a premium price, depending on its condition. This error added a layer of intrigue to the 1974 Kennedy half dollar, further solidifying its place in numismatic history. While the 1974 Kennedy half dollar might not be as rare or valuable as some of the earlier silver issues, it remains a beloved piece among collectors. Its historical significance, coupled with its connection to President Kennedy, makes it a cherished addition to many collections. The 1974D double die variety adds an element of rarity and excitement for those lucky enough to find one. Even though the Kennedy half dollar's role in everyday commerce has diminished over the years, it continues to be produced by the U.S. First, it marked the 10th anniversary of the Kennedy half dollar's introduction. By 1974, the coin had firmly established itself as a popular collector's item, despite the fact that it was originally intended for circulation. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar was minted in large quantities at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Kennedy half dollar was initially intended for widespread circulation, but by the early 1970s, its usage in everyday transactions had already begun to decline. This was due in part to the rise of inflation, which made smaller denominations more practical for daily use. Additionally, many people began hoarding Kennedy half dollars, especially those from the earlier years that contained silver, as keepsakes and collectibles. Mint removed silver from the half dollar, opting instead for a copper-nickel composition. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar, like those from 1971 onwards, was made with this copper-nickel-clad composition, which made the coin more durable for circulation. However, even with this change, the coin was not widely used in everyday transactions. Instead, it was often set aside by the public, either due to its connection to President Kennedy or its unusual size compared to. Always keep an eye out for these rarities when examining your coins. Collectors at coin shows, online forums discussing Kennedy half dollars, and a graph showing the potential future value trends. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was introduced as a way to honor the late president, and it quickly became a symbol of national mourning and remembrance. The half dollar was chosen for this tribute because, at the time, it was one of the largest and most widely circulated coins in the United States. The design of the Kennedy half dollar is steeped in symbolism. On the obverse side, you have the striking portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. Roberts based his design on a portrait he had created for a Kennedy presidential medal. The reverse side of the coin features the presidential seal. Designed by Frank Gasparro, this design includes an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and strength. Surrounding the eagle are 50 stars, representing the 50 states of the Union. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a fascinating piece of American history. Its connection to a beloved president, its unique design, and its place in numismatic lore make it a must-have for any collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on the history and value of coins.